Monday night. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Hopefully this lighting is a little bit better. Hi there, Instagram. How you doing, Sandy? Nice to have you on Monday night. Thank you for joining. I'm going to wait here for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to get started on our live for tonight. Got a few people joining the Facebook group. We got Instagram on here as well. We're going to wait about 30 to 60 seconds, and then we'll do some live sales training. Holy smokes, what are we doing? Who does sales training on a Monday night? I don't know. I haven't seen it. We're going to do it now. We're going to do it now. All right, we got a few more folks joining. We'll do another 30 seconds here, and then we will start. So we got Instagram and we got Facebook at the same time for some Monday night training. First of all, for the folks that have already joined, thank you, because what this means is that you are willing and ready to spend some time with me, of all people, to get some sales education, some sales training to help you level up, to help your game, and to help you close out this year the way you want to. So that is awesome, and I will take care of you tonight, I promise. So Instagram, I apologize because they do not have pre-programmed questions that I know how to put into your API, but on Facebook, I have some questions for you all. So let's start out with the first one. And the first question is confidence important in your sales? Is confidence important in your sales? If you can either give me an emoji on Instagram, or if you can click on the buttons, if you see this on your phone or on your laptop, hopefully the poll will show on your phone. If not, just give me a yes or a no. Is confidence important in your sales? And I'm seeing not a lot of things, but that's okay, because I'm going to tell you that yes, confidence is important in your sales process. Agree? Cool. Let's start with another question. Would you like to gain new skills to improve your sales tonight? If you can see the questions, say yes or no, or if you just click on the button, let me know if you would like to have that. And thank you for joining tonight. We are going to spend about the next 20 minutes giving you some sales tips for your business. I appreciate your time. Okay, so perfect. So let's get started. So if you can't sit here for the next 20 minutes, watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, thanks for joining. We have Instagram, we have Facebook. Welcome. It's Monday night. We're going to have some fun. Thank you for your time. So tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we will be here live for you talking about sales. Why? Because I want to, and I want to help you. And here's why. First of all, if you've seen some of my posts or some of my friends' posts, I went to a conference last week and I saw the most atrocious conference that could possibly help people. It was a total joke, a ripoff, and it got me fired up. It got me fired up because people pay to learn, to advance, to skill up, and the people in that room did not get served. And it broke my heart. So this is in response largely to that. It's also in response because I have 10 years of corporate sales background in a highly competitive industry, and I was doing it for 10 years, and I managed Boston. I managed a market in Boston. I managed a market in New York, in New Jersey, some of the most intense competitive markets in the country, and I was the top producer out of 300 sales producers. I was in the top 2%, and I was able to grow time and time again a book of business that was President's Club worthy for the company. And if you are in a medium to large company, there's a chance that you have a President's Club trip. Would you like to make your President's Club trip next year? If you're not in it this year, would you like to make it next year? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat? If you want to grow and crush your sales and win contests for your company next year. So if you don't know what that means, then that's actually a good thing, because we should probably get that cleared up right now. So who is this live for and who is it not for? Well, it's for folks that are in a sales individual producer role or in a sales leader role in a company that does B2B business. You could apply what we're talking about tonight in B2C. I'm coming from a B2B perspective, just so you know. It is not for people that are maybe having e-commerce businesses online and you're drop shipping and you're doing these crazy funnels and all that stuff. Not that that's bad. I'm just not coming from that perspective, so this may not serve you tonight. If you show up to an office every day or you work from home and you are selling services or a product and you have sales quotas and goals to hit your bonuses and to hit your commission, you are in the right place tonight. So I'm excited to have you. We are going to break the next 3 nights up into segments, and I'm going to cover things that will give you value that you can think about and implement right away. Sound good? Perfect. Okay. So tonight we are going to talk about, how do you know if you're good enough? How do you know if you have what it takes and if you have the value in your product or your service to freaking dominate it in your space? Hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining my live. I always join yours. You actually got me for once. So tomorrow we're going to talk about how to show your value, how to present yourself, how to market yourself, brand yourself in the marketplace. And the final night on Wednesday, we're going to talk about how to force your win, how to negotiate, how to close, how to truncate time in your favor so that you can actually achieve the results that you think are so out there and so high that you can only dream of, that you think is lofty. And I want to show you a method in a way where we can bring that down and we can say, no, it's not going to take me a whole year. No, it's not going to take me 9 months. No, it's not going to take me 6 months. I can probably do this. If I apply what I'm learning, I can actually do this in 90 days. I can do it in a quarter. If you really go at it, you can do a year's worth of work that most people do in about 90 days. Does that sound awesome? What's up? We got a lot of cool, great people on here tonight. Thanks for joining. If you're just catching the replay, we are talking about sales. We're going to be here the next 3 nights because I want to help you win. I want to help you finish this year strong. It's Q4. In most businesses, Q4 is the hottest time of the year to grow your sales, and it is time to close. It is time to show your value, to help your customers, to win, and to hit your goals for the end of the year, and then tee yourself up for the best Q1 you've ever possibly had and set yourself apart from everyone else out there. All right? That is the goal of the next 3 nights, and then we'll talk about what could be in it for you after that. That's right, Chris. Everything in life is sales. Sales is a method of life. So how do you know your value? Okay, we're going to start with this. We asked the first question tonight, is confidence important in your sales process? That's right, Megan. Welcome to Instagram. Thanks for joining. Yes, confidence is important. Do you feel that way right now? Are you confident? Seriously, are you confident with how you're doing your sales today? It's okay if you're not. That's why we're here. But I'm going to tell you that I want to help you and arm you with a thinking and mentality that will not only give you what you need, but it's going to give you what your client and your customer needs to bring you two together and to make that transaction, to make that deal in that relationship stick. And it's also something that will set you apart from 90% of the sales force that you compete against every day. Okay? So the first thing in knowing your value is you have to believe that you're actually good at what you do. And if you don't feel like you are, it's okay. You have to work at it. You have to practice. You have to study. You have to be the master of your market. You have to know the market that you serve better than anybody. And what I see a lot of, usually in sales teams and in businesses, is we try to do too much. We try to do too much. And when you try to do too much, it's very difficult to be good at anything. What's the saying? We said it at dinner tonight. It's if you want to be great at everything, you're the master of all trades, you're the jack of none, or something like that. I can't think of the phrase off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying. So wouldn't you rather be the expert in something and be the best at it than be okay at everything? And that's what, we got Australia in the house. Gary, welcome. Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight. So get smaller with where you focus your service and your product, okay? I want you to think, who is my ideal client that I can serve the best, better than anybody? You've studied it. You've been in your business for at least a couple of years, most likely. If you're new, then learn and skill up. But most of you that are on here, you've been doing what you've been doing for a while. You know how it works. You know your day-to-day. You know your clients' day-to-day. You know the spaces day-to-day. You know your competitors' day-to-day. So how can you outplay and outwit and outmatch your competition and get in with your client? Well, it starts by focusing on what are you the best at, and you need to pick. I would say write a list of no more than 2 to 3 things in your business, in your space, that you need to be the best at, that you can outbeat anyone else at, and that's going to be your focus, okay? So let me give you an example. If you are in the recruiting industry and you have an IT division and you have a professional finance division and you have a healthcare nurse division and you have a admin clerical division, and you go into the space and you say to your clients, oh, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. Well, that's great, but you're probably not going to be the best at all of it, right? So, and this, I'm speaking from experience, because about 5 years ago I did this. I actually took the time to go through this exercise that I'm telling you tonight, and I realized that I was serving 15 different industries. And when you compiled the information, it came to that we were trying to do 600 different products at the same time. That is not repeatable and not scalable, not efficient, and you probably won't do a very good job most of the time, okay? So get smaller on what you offer your clients, all right? That's step number 1. If you don't want to believe me, which you should, then go read Seth Godin's new book, This is Marketing, because he talks about it. This is the perfect time in the history of business in the world where we can actually be super small and serve a very specific population of people in industry better than anyone in anywhere else in the world. In the 80s and the 90s, in that era, we had the big box companies, and whoever won with the most marketing and the most spend and the biggest box stores won the game. That doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. We can do small and win big. And we'll get to pricing in a little bit, but this affects your pricing as well. So get small, right? Number 1. How do you know if you're going to be the best in what you do? Well, besides thinking you're really good, and maybe you think you're good, but maybe you're not actually that great, it's okay. It happens to all of us. You're in sales, it's okay. What you need to do is you need to pulse the market. One of the key things, this will give you enough value for the whole week right here. Ready? One tip: if you want to learn massive amounts of intelligence from your marketplace in one method, then do this. This is from someone that I learned this year. This is from a billionaire that built Priceline.com from scratch. Okay, I literally talked to him, and this is what he recommended. Ready? Ask your client if you can do a roadshow. Ask your client if you can do a roadshow for one day. You're not going to sell anything. You just want to sit and watch what happens in their business. That's it. That's it. Just sit and watch what happens in their business for a whole day. Just watch. See what happens. See what goes on. See what problems they have. See what stresses them out. See what they get excited about. See what their culture is like, how they interact with each other, what they care about and what they don't care about. Soak all of that in and learn from your own client base. Total hack. They'll let you do it. They want you to do it. They'll be blown away that you even asked, because no one ever asks them to do this. Do it. Like, call them tomorrow and set this up for like next week when they get back from Thanksgiving. Call your client and say, I would love to learn more about your business. You may not get these kinds of requests all the time, but I'm really just curious. Would it be okay if I could maybe shadow you for a day? I'd just love to get more perspective as I serve you well. No one's going to turn you down. That's crazy. They want good vendors. They want good service providers. They want good trusted advisors. Do that. And if you do that alone, I'm telling you, you will learn so much competitive advantage information about not only what you need to be doing, but what your clients, what your competitors are probably not doing. And you can re-stratify, re-fortify what your business does to add value to your clients, right? Does that make sense? We good? It's a big tip. Big tip. Drop an emoji if you're following me. I need to make sure you're paying attention. Drop an emoji if you're following me with this. So, huge tip right there. And if that doesn't work, one other way that you can try is craft a survey, maybe 5, no more than 7 questions, but 5 to 7 questions with your client, and just give them a call, send them an email, and say, hey, I know we've been working together for a little bit. I just want to make sure you're getting everything we can possibly deliver value for you to. And I'm just curious of how it's going for you. So would you mind filling this form out and getting it back to me by next Monday? Give them a little bit of time, right? It's the holidays, maybe a little bit longer because it's the holidays. Send them a question and ask, like, hey, how do you feel about the service that we're providing so far? What would you change that we're not giving you today? What's been the best experience you've ever had? Ask different questions to kind of gauge what you're giving and what they're seeing and receiving, so you can match your emotional intelligence in your sales with your client. Emotional intelligence is really important in your business, not just in management or leadership or on teams, but it's also important with your clients. Emotional intelligence is huge. And if you don't know what EQ is or emotional intelligence means, it's okay. I didn't know what it meant, and I was in a leadership position when I first learned about it. So I felt a little awkward not knowing what that meant. But I learned and I studied it and I got better at it. Emotional intelligence is a skill. It's a skill that you can practice and learn every single day. And all it means is that the better you're at with the skill, the more aware you are of yourself, and the more you are aware of what's happening around you and how you are coming off to the people that you interact with. And the better you can understand that, the more effective you'll be in your communication and your success. So it's really important that you practice that. Knowing your value. What else? So we've talked about getting super small and being the best in the world at something, not being the master of of everything, being the best in the world of one thing that you can go to your clients with certainty and say, you will not find this anywhere else. So let's go back again, because maybe you're thinking, well, I have a lot of competitors and we all say the same thing to our clients, that we can provide this product or this service. And I don't think it's really differentiating in their minds who's better. That happens, right? So how can you change that? How can you change that? You can measure it. You can measure what you're doing. And so think about, it doesn't just matter what you provide to your clients and what they're getting from you. It also matters what's happening inside your business too. And what I'm getting at is, it matters how quickly can you reproduce the same result over and over and over again for forever. Because the repeatability of your process is huge to giving you ability to scale. If it's really hard for you to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're trying to create different products all the time, it's really difficult for you to consistently produce at speed and at scale what you're giving to the marketplace. And it will slow you down. It will limit your ceiling of how many sales you can make in a quarter or a year. So think about how fast and efficient with quality can you produce the product or the service or the experience that you're giving the client, and how can you maybe empower different people in your business to do different things, where you're outsourcing and empowering people that do it best to do it best, and then build a workflow that gets you from point A to point B with what you're giving your client as quickly and as fastly and efficiently as you can, over and over and over again. That will help you drive competitive advantage. Because, for example, if you know you can provide a service to your client 50% faster than anyone else, isn't that a competitive advantage? Or you know that if your client buys from you, your quality of product is superior in every way, where there's no returns, no matter how long it takes you to make it, versus your competition, and they may have defects or returns and it fails half the time. That's a competitive advantage. So you have to think about what makes you great. And it's about how you operate, one, and what you know about your competition in the marketplace, two, to give you perspective of what your value is in your space. So that is another step in understanding, knowing your value. And going back to the beginning, confidence, yes, confidence is everything in sales. So is energy, so is positivity. And you can be more confident when you know this stuff. When you study and take the time to know this stuff, and then know you're the best, and then commit to being the best, you can show that you're the best with your clients. And they will see that in your immediate presentation, which we'll get to later this week. And then they'll see it in your results, because then you got to deliver. You got to show them the results. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So, know your value. Confidence is key. How do you get confidence? You got to be the master of your market. You have to understand it. You have to keep practicing yourself. You have to not only know your business, but let's be real. Like, life happens, right? Like, we have stuff that happens to us every day that stresses us out. You call your clients, they're dealing with the same things. They have their business, but there's other things pulling at them every day. It stresses them out. It challenges your confidence level and your clarity to communicate effectively. So what can you do? Well, you can get some routine in your morning or in your day where you do some type of sales training or meditation or affirmation to yourself and writing out your goals and reminding yourself of where you're going every single day. Confidence also is built by not only studying, but it's more built by actually producing the result for yourself to build trust in yourself. And the more you do that every day, the confidence and the trust in yourself goes up. So I want you to think about, if you've taken nothing else from this conversation tonight, the one big tip about hanging out with your customer, do that, call them tomorrow. And the second thing is, do things in your day every day. Pick one little thing, one thing that you can build trust and confidence in yourself as your own customer. And that will build and exude confidence and trust in your team, in your clients, and they'll see that. And that is so important to build sustainability and integrity and consistency in who you're going to be as a professional salesperson and a leader in your business. So how was this tonight? Was this helpful for you? Did these tips help you tonight? Give me a thumbs up in the emojis if this was helpful for you tonight. We're going to talk tomorrow, same time. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about how do you actually present your value and your business to your clients in an effective way where it gets you business. So tomorrow we're going to talk about showing your value, ways to do that. And then the last night on Wednesday, we're going to talk about how to truncate the time it takes to actually get you the results that you want in a much, much shorter period of time. That you don't need a year to hit your goals. You can actually hit most of the goals you want to hit if you actually focus and have a really good plan and know what you're doing. You can probably do it in about 90 days. We're going to talk about how to do that on Wednesday. Okay? So if this was helpful for you and you want to talk to me about your business, free call. I'm going to put this up. So Instagram, I will put this in my profile on my link. After this, if you go to my link in my profile, I'll put the link up for this if you want a 15-minute call. But Facebook, you guys can read this because it's not reverse. So just go to this link. I'll put it on the chat after this, but go to this link, jamesjacoby.as.me, and that gets you access to 30 minutes with me in the next week to talk to me about what's going on in your business and how we might be able to help each other. If you would like to get more help, we are forming a sales program that's going to start. We don't have an exact date yet, but it's likely going to be in a week and a half. So the first week of December, we're going to have a 6-week accelerator program in sales for folks that want to improve their skills and get mastery in some tactical knowledge that will absolutely be applicable tomorrow in your business that you can use to finish your year and get you set up for Q1 to crush it. And right now, it's going to be a 6-week program. It's going to be a private Facebook group. It's going to be about $9.97, just so you know. And you have to apply. You have to have a call with me. It's not one of those you just click and you get a program and you barely watch the videos. It's not pre-recorded. It's live interaction with me in a private group with other peers where you can have peer-to-peer conversation about sales. And we're going to do it for 6 weeks, starting in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to give you everything that I got that took me to be a top 2% producer in 10 years of corporate sales. All that stuff I'm going to teach to you. We're going to get your feedback on what you need to work on in your call, and we're going to incorporate that into the program. This is customized for you. This is for you to win. You're going to make this for you. So if you're interested in that, go to the link, give me a call. We'll talk about it. And if it's the right fit for you and it's the right fit for me, then we can maybe work together. But I promise you, I do not work with everyone. If I cannot solve your problem, I will not work with you because I don't want to put my reputation on the line and not come through. My integrity is super important to me. I want you to have a great outcome, a great result, and I want to make sure that you are serious as well and you're going to do the work. So if you are interested in that, go to the link. I'll put it in Facebook and Instagram, and we'll talk throughout the week. So thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.